In 2008, I was given the download Divine Lifestyles. This was right after I lost my mother suddenly to a lethal combination of prescription pills. At that time, it was a big shock to my entire family, and it was one of the greatest tragic losses of my life. I was very close with my mother. She was my best friend. And yeah, it was a terrible, tough time. Also at that time, when my mother passed, my father went back to his addiction of using street drugs. So you can imagine, I'm 27, I'm a young woman, I'm not even 30 yet, and my life was completely turned upside down. I was devastated, and I just didn't really know which direction to go in. And one night, I was living in Manhattan on the Lower East Side, in the amazing, sweet Carol Ann's apartment, which was an apartment that I lived in for many years when I first moved to Manhattan. And I was on my hands and knees, and I just said, God, universe, I'm done. Like, what is it that you have for me? What is my purpose? What am I here to do in the world? Because if I don't know what I'm doing, honestly, I don't have the will to live anymore. So it was in that moment that I was on my hands and knees that I actually felt this beautiful love encapsulating me. It was just this pure love, calmness. I can almost feel it like lifting me up off of the ground. And I heard a soft whisper, like, in your heart, that said Divine Lifestyles. I had no idea what that meant, right? I just heard it, and it was so, so clear. So that's what I did. I listened to that soft whisper, and I started my company, Divine Lifestyles, about a year later. And at first, I didn't even really know what it was. I started out health coaching and life coaching and helping people get healthy physically, emotionally, and mentally. But I really didn't understand the full capacity or the fullness of what Divine Lifestyles has come to be. So after a few years, I decided to go back into corporate America. I kind of left the entrepreneur life behind me, and I started working with really amazing companies like the NFL, the Goldman Sachs. And I was hustling, I was, killing it in the game, and I was successful. And I had decided, though, that I was just feeling like something was happening in my soul. It was like getting fractured, like nothing that I was doing was fulfilling me. And it was at that moment that I realized that I had to get back to Divine Lifestyles, and I had to really go back to what it is that I was born to do. And I'll tell you something, it doesn't matter how much you get, off track or off course. When you are born to do something that is bigger than you, Spirit will always find a way, and Spirit will not let you stray. My life's work is to create sacred spaces, whether that's virtually, in person, or through my programs, that help others realize their full potential, raise their vibration, heal from past wounds and traumas while embodying their authenticity.